Hey guys, welcome to Butte Mountain Homestead. I have been in the kitchen all day, so it is what it is, and I'm going to be in the kitchen all day tomorrow. Actually, I've been in the kitchen most of the week. I did a batch of chicken bone broth a couple days ago. I canned it a couple days ago, but it had been in the crock pot for over 36 hours, and then I just did pints this time. We like using pints. I like using pints for cooking rice in it instead of water, or for our chicken gravy. And then I save the quarts for like soups and that type of thing. So, and then I have a batch of only 6 pints of tomato sauce in the canner right now. I had 4 frozen bags of tomatoes in the freezer, so I got those thawed yesterday. Got them in the crock pot yesterday morning, and they cooked all day, so for about 10 hours. And then I let them cool overnight. This morning I ran them through the food mill, and the flavor, oh my gosh, it was so dark. And because they had been in the freezer and I allowed them to thaw, all that tomato water, I poured that off. So the amount of time to reduce it was greatly enhanced by not having to have that extra water being cooked off. So I think I might do this from now on if I have the freezer space at the time, is just put them in bags and put them in the freezer and then do them when I can, instead of trying to rush and get them done during the thick of the summer. But so I have 6 pints in the canner. That way I didn't have 3 quarts. That way I can use them for whatever, tacos or whatever. And then I'm doing 1 dehydrator tray full right now of the pulp. I'm going to turn you around and show that. So it's just 1 right now, and I ran the tomatoes through the food mill 3 times, and then this is what was left. It was only 1 tray, but it'll go in the tomato powder jar just as good as any. So, and then tomorrow, and I'll take you along for that too. So this will be over the course of a couple days. I might throw a few other projects in there too, just to kind of like a day in the life, but unconventional version. So tomorrow I'm doing 25 pounds of beets. I picked those up from Azure Standard earlier this week, and it's been cool enough here that that's fine. So let me turn you back around. So I'm going to do pickled beets tomorrow. That will take me most of the day. We're supposed to have up to 40-mile-an-hour wind gust again tomorrow. Sorry for the hair. So it's going to be an indoor day tomorrow and Sunday pretty much. Maybe Sunday afternoon, Jean and I can work on the goat fence. As soon as this canner is done, I'm going to go out and paint the 4 fence posts that we have left for the west side fence, for the goat structure, or the goat fence. So I'm going to go paint those, and then it'll take me longer to clean up my paint mess than it will be to paint the boards. And then, see, what else do I have going on? I think that's it. I'm getting kind of caught up. I do want to do beef stock, but I will wait until next weekend to do that. Just because by the time I'm done with beets tomorrow, I'm going to be kind of over canning for a couple days. And I want to really get going on that goat fence so that the goats can get in there. So I'll have to pick up 2x6 boards, get those painted, get those put up. And that'll take me a couple trips and a couple days, and then a whole weekend to put them up. So Gene's, at work, so he can help when he can. So anyways, that's it for right now, and then I will show you in the morning. Well, I'll show you when the tomato sauce comes out of the canner, but then I will take you along tomorrow. I'm not gonna do the whole process. I'm basically following the recipe out of the Blue Ball canning book, and I'll show all that tomorrow. I am going to omit the spices, which is cinnamon and allspice. I'm just going to do the sweet, which is the vinegar and the sugar. So that's what I'm going to do this time. I didn't feel like picking up cinnamon sticks. I do have allspice, but I just need to get those beets out of the bag and get them going, and it's going to take the longest of getting them peeled. So you basically, I'll show you all that tomorrow. So anyways, I'll see you here in a bit when these come out of the canner, and then I will take you outside to show you the boards that I'm going to be painting and what we got going on out there. And if I have time, I might prune a couple poppy. I might prune a couple rose bushes while I'm out there, or some more on the tomato. It's not supposed to get windy till 9 tonight, so I do have till dark. So, and Poppy doesn't want to be ignored. So she's being a poop lately, but I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, I am officially outside. I have my kitty helpers. We have the usual suspects. The gray paint, the wrong size roller handle, but I bought actually the wrong size roller pad, so it'll work. And there's only 4 of them. So we did get the pergola holes bore out because they were filled up. So that's nice. Now I just need to get at least one in the ground so I can get my climbing rose going, because it's starting to leaf out. Kitties. They're gonna cause me trouble. Say hi, boys. Are you ready for your house? I know, huh? Are you ready? Hi, buddy. That's Daryl. That's Vinny. Hi, boys. So we got them one of those goat hay sacks. Are you nosy? Are you a nosy boy? Are you a nosy boy? So it's a little bit less waste. So, but here's what we're working with. There's the 2 that we put up. Well, this is for the gate. So we just did a line coming off the structure. And as you can see, it goes into past the middle of the current gate. So we just did 8 foot on center. And these holes were like butter with the auger. It took him it took us longer to measure where they were going than it did. It was like maybe a minute or 2 per hole. So it was pretty awesome. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to hopefully get those set on Sunday, and then I can pick up boards, the 2x6s, because that's what we're going to do, is a 2x6 fence, same as, without making you sick, that one. It eventually will all be cohesive around the whole property, so that'll be nice. As far as like our upper part, sorry, the kitties are making me laugh, but the lower fence will be all barbed wire. But so there's some tractor tires for the boys to climb on. See, there's plenty of feed in here for them. And then we're going to, this will be the corner, so we're going to come off of that 5 feet. There's going to be just a wooden gate we're going to make that'll look like part of the fence. That way we can get the quad and the cart in here if we need to. And then there's going to be one over there. And also it's so that we can do the electric fencing, open up the gate into the electric fencing, close this gate, and then close the electric fence up. So that way they can be out there for a while. We can move them all the way around, enough to where we can move them without them really escaping from us. This one is just a lover. You can tell they were bottle fed babies, that's for sure. Huh, buddy? You've been enjoying outside, huh? I don't want to even know what that's for over there. But so, and I think I mentioned before, we did lose both of our October Glory maple trees. That was a bummer. So I'm hoping to get those replaced this spring, and then get water on drip hooked to them so that they get watered every day. So that's what the plan is. But yeah, they're trying so hard to get out. So anyways, that's the plan. So then, and I think we're going to go up 5 feet high. I mean, because you can see that's 4 feet. And if they get the right amount of leverage, they're just over it. So we're going to go 5 feet high. The bottom 4 feet will be the welded wire fencing. And then the top portion, you know, the top foot will just be fence board. So we're thinking that hopefully we'll keep them in. So, and then we're hoping to mirror that spacing over there. It's just going to have to be, it'll look a little different. I'm not sure. I might measure it to where at least that top board is right, you know, spacing wise down. But we are going to have to come up. So that's just how it'll be. But we may have to do 4 boards. And if we have to do 4 boards, that'll be a bummer. But so I'll need 3, 6, 9, 12. I'll need at least 12 2x6s. So that's just how it'll go. They are on a lark today, I tell you. They are full of it. So, okay guys, I've chatted enough. The painting is going to not take me very long. It's the cleanup that I don't want to do. So, that's where we're at. So, stay tuned. Okay guys, it is the next day. There's my 25-pound bag of beets from Azure Standard. I'm going to leave, they take the big parts of the greens off, and I'll show you in a second. But I'm going to boil them with the little bit of the tops on and the root. That way the water doesn't bleed into the water. So I'm going to put the big ones in a separate pan and the small medium ones in another pan, and I'm going to get them boiling and cooking down to soften. That way I can peel the skins off. But I'm going to wash the jars. I have my lids and rings. These are just my wide mouth. I'm going to start with all of these. There's some pints, and then like these are, I think, are 1.5 pints, something like that. So anyways, I'm going to use those first, and I think that's going to be 2 water bath cannerfuls. I could get my pressure canner out and use it as a water bath canner, but I don't think my stove can hold both of them and the liquid that I need. Just ignore it. It's just a box. But anyways, that's what I keep them in. So anyways, I'm going to get started on that, and I'll show you as I go along. Hopefully not to make this video too long. So I just want to show you what I'm working on today. There's Poppy sniffing the beets. So I'll be back. Okay, so I have 16 jars cleaned, and I got out the organic cane sugar. We just got that off of Azure Standard. I have distilled white vinegar, 5% acidity, so make sure when you're buying vinegar that you get the 5% acidity. It's especially important when you're water bath canning, because you want to be able to kill all the bacteria. So I happened to, this was right next to a jug that had a red label, and I just grabbed it not knowing there was a difference, and the red label was 4%, so I put it back to get the 5%. I use this as our rinse, you know, in the washer. Instead of using Downy or whatever, we use this as our rinse. But so I have 2 pots of the beets going. These things are monsters, so that's just, I don't know how long it's going to take. They are big enough that if I wanted to peel them, I would do that, but I have enough time. I've set aside just today for doing this. Jean and I are going to do some proactive greenhouse light power inverter situation. We are going to do that sometime today, but this is on the docket. That way the beets don't go bad. I did get out the pressure canner container because it doesn't have any limits as far as holding jars where the water bath canner does. So this will also hold, I think, 8 wide mouth jars and 9 regular jars. So I can get more in here. So I just transferred the water over to there. I'm letting the water bath canner dry off, and then I'll put it away. So I'm just getting everything ready to go. Once these are done, then I'm going to make the brine that goes on them. And I'm using the Ball canning book. This is the new one. There's the blue. It's in both, but I just happen to remember the page number. So the only thing I'm doing different, and this is you do you, but when you change spices or omit them, it doesn't affect the canning. What you need to be worried about or concerned about when canning is whatever the acidity is, and like sugar limits, because then that affects how much volume of liquid. So the sugar and the vinegar and water are going to be exactly the same. The only thing I'm omitting is the spices or herbs, not herbs, but spices. I think this book has it where it's cinnamon stick and allspice, and I'm just eliminating it this time. I didn't pick up cinnamon sticks, and yeah, I'm just gonna try it without it. So we didn't mind the taste, but we kind of like the more simple taste too. So yeah, this is on page 309, and there it is, pickled beets. It gives you tips on how to boil them, to peel them, and then all the instructions. These are going to be done in so it's going to be, let's see, 1/2 inch from the top of the jar, hot liquid to cover the beets, leaving a 1/2 inch head space. Could add some pickle crisp. I'm not going to do that. Remove air bubbles. And let's see, it just says 30 minutes. So that's what I'm going to do, is 30 minutes. I don't think it matters on the size of the jar on this for whatever reason. I think because of the amount of vinegar and sugar. So I'm just going to do, and that's 30 minutes after it comes to a boil. So bring to a boil and process for 30 minutes. And then remove the lid, all that good stuff. So I'm not going to do in-depth step-by-step, but when I get them in the jars, I'll show you. But again, there's that book. I just got it off of Amazon. Actually, Jean, it was a present from Jean, because I never know what to, because I don't need anything. So I did want this one year, so I sent that to him. So he got it for me for Christmas one year. So anyways, guys, and then I've had that forever. So alrighty, I'll show you in a little bit. Okay, this is one batch of beets, and I ran out of bowl, so I just have to slice those up. I have the brine going. I did just have the mindset to do 2 batches of the brine, and then I can always use the leftover. Poppy does not like me. She doesn't like me in the kitchen. And then here's all the carnage, and then there's the second batch of beets. I just have to, I'll wait until I'm done with the first batch to get those sliced up. So yeah, I just have to, so this is 5 cups of vinegar, 2 cups of water, and 2 cups of the organic cane sugar, which does have that little bit of a tan molasses color to it. That tells you it's real sugar, guys. If it's white, there's something going on there. Anyways, so like I said, here's these. They were pretty big around, as you can see. So I knew some of them weren't going to fit in the jars, so I just went ahead and sliced them into pieces. And then this one was a core that wasn't done all the way in the center, so I just did it into chunks. So that'll go in one jar all by itself, as all these smaller pieces. So, and then I told Gene that I'm not going to be frugal with him on how many pickled beets he eats, so he can eat as many as he wants, because I think I'm going to end up getting 3 batches. So if that's 2 jars a month, then I think he'll be happy with that. So I'm just getting the water in the water bath canner heated up. Rings and lids in a too small of a pot on accident, but that's okay. So anyways, just getting this process going, and I'll show you when I got the canner loaded. Okay guys, I am officially done. 7 hours later, 3 batches of pickled beets. So I had a little bit of a, excuse the TV noise in the background, had a little fiasco with my wide lids that are not the standard like Ball and Kerr. They're this brand. It was my last one. I could have over tightened it, but it's the only one. I know how to tighten jars, but anyways, it buckled. So it'll go in the fridge tomorrow after everything's all said and done, and we'll just use that one first. So anyways, feels pretty good. These will last us 18 months for sure, if not longer. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. This gal is tired. I'm glad this is the only thing I did today. We didn't even get working on the grow light situation for the greenhouse, so we will work on that tomorrow, possibly, if not Monday, but we have another week or so before I really need it. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, just leave a comment down below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Share the video, like, do all the good stuff. So remember to always be kind and do what makes you happy. Bye, guys. Thanks.